Hey everyone, welcome to today's session in the TTO Shark Tank. Okay, the reason I say that is because I really got some people riled yesterday, and you know what? That's what we do here. Okay, it's not that we're here to get people riled up. We're just here to get people's minds focused and directed in the right direction of what they need to be doing. You know, sometimes there's a lot of tough love that goes on in business, and you know what? You're gonna get it here. You know, it's not that, you know, we're doing this on purpose. We're not doing this to piss you off and make you want to hate this show and never come back. We're here to try and mind cleanse you into a business thought pattern, okay? A lot of people that get involved in business today, they just, you know, they're not business people per se. A lot of them are coming from, you know, the brick and mortar, or they're coming from working for somebody else, you know, for a wage or a salary or something. They're working for corporations, whatever, and maybe they got, you know, laid off or whatever. So they're going to look to replace an income. So they come back on. They decide they're going to come online to see if they can make money, because obviously, you know, people are hearing about it. They're talking more and more about it in the news about how you can come online and make money. And in actual fact, you will make more money online than you will anywhere else. Okay. But it is a tough world here, okay? This is probably the largest Shark Tank in the world that you will go to make any kind of money in. So sometimes you've got to have a little more grit, and you know, you've got to be able to take the criticism or the constructive criticism that we give. You know, I'm tough on people, and I've said that all the time, that I'm tough. I'm tough on my group. I'm tough on everybody, but I need to be, okay? I come from a business background as well. You know, I've ran my own business, and you have to, if you're going to make any money in business, you've got to be able to take a stand. You've got to let people know. Some people say I'm way too harsh. I talk really nasty to people. You know, it's not that I talk nasty to people. It's when I start telling the truth. That's when I start to piss off people, okay? You know, in network marketing, it's almost like you're your own, well, you are your own business owner, but it's like you're hiring employees, okay? You're hiring affiliates to come and work with you to sell product. And when they sell product, you make money. When you sell product, you make money. If I have people coming to me and wanting to work with me, and then they come and they register with me and become an affiliate with me, and then do nothing, and absolutely nothing, and then complain, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fire them, okay? And my way of firing them is just saying, I'm done with you. I can't help you. You don't want to be helped. I can't help you. You know, you might have to find another mentor because I can't do it. I've tried. And if you continually do nothing in your business, then there's not a whole lot that I can do to help you. And maybe you need to find somebody else. You know, yesterday I had a few conversations because I did upset a few people on here. And you know what? I'm not going to apologize for it, because I was telling you the truth on what's going on. You may or may not like anything I have to say on here, and that's fine. You know, I do share my training. Like I shared some resources with you yesterday. You get value out of this. You may not like some of the things I say. You may not like some of the other panelists, what they say. Okay? But this is a tough love business. And you have to understand that, you know, it's not that we're doing this purposely. We're doing this to help critique you. Okay? So I just want to mention the last thing. I came out and I called this a Shark Tank. And I'll tell you why I called it that. Because I watch shows like Shark Tank and Dragon's Den and Celebrity Apprentice and stuff like that. Why do I watch that? Okay? Because I want to learn from the people who are millionaires out there. I want to learn how to make the money these people do. You know, you have Kevin O'Leary from Dragon's Den, or Dragon's Den past. He's not there anymore. But this is a guy who is a billionaire out there. But he will not take bullshit from anybody. Okay? He'll come on there. He will tell you, how do I make money with this? Okay? Show me how. If you can't show me how, stop wasting my time. Okay? We don't need to be that harsh, but it's a tough love business. And sometimes you have to be a little bit, because again, we're dealing with people who have they're not used to business or being business owners of their own. They're used to going to a business, doing whatever their boss tells them to do, and then they get paid for it. Well, here we're trying to do the same thing, except we're not trying to be the bossy type. Although sometimes we have to. I have to tell my team, do this, do this, do this. And then tomorrow, when you come back to work, do this, do this, do this. It's like I have to tell them what to do every single day. When you start doing that, your mind will start to adjust to what you need to do in this business. Okay? Right now, we have people that just want to come online. They want to just send their link out and sit back and wait for things to happen. That's not how it works in this industry. It'll never work for you in that industry. Okay? You have to know how to communicate with people, gather with people, work with people, train with people, everything. This is a business. This is a job. It's just one of the best paying jobs in the world. Okay? So I've opened it up here. I needed to get that out because, again, it seemed like I offended a few people yesterday. I'm not apologizing for it. This is tough love. Dr. Michael, you've been in this industry a very long time as well. You give tough love just like everybody else does out there. Let's talk about what your feelings are on this topic here today.
Well, first of all, let me say hi to everybody from my part here in Spain. And yeah, you're absolutely right. This is business in the end, and it's more complicated on one place and it's simpler on the other place because for those that make money, they understand that you have to be tough. And it's better to have 10% of people doing things like having 100% where 90% of them are time wasters, because that's really what they are. And not because they want to be time wasters, just their attitude is time wasting, because they're used to, as you said, they're used to be on a job. And in a job, you get told what you do. And on this network marketing, on this industry, in principle, you should know by yourself what to do to become successful. Of course, that's why we are in Total Takeover. We are, as you said, the sharks in the industry, and there are many of them that are better like us, and there are many of us, there are many out there that are worse than us. So what we have here is we've got that Shark Tank where the big boys are swimming, and if you want to swim in a Shark Tank, you better not be a small fish, or at least think like a big shark as well. If not, you get eaten, and that means tell people the truth. And honestly, Carl, I have made many, many enemies in this thing here, in this industry, because I tell people the truth like you. And people are running behind scams, and they're so excited about it, and you tell them, have you made your due diligence? Have you checked this out? You're totally nuts. Why doing this? People just don't want to listen very often. And then they are the leaders, or the so-called leaders. They're just too smooth, that don't have the guts to tell them, hey, you are on the wrong track. And people are believing that they're on the right track. It's very hard to make them understand, but also very important to make that anchor into their brain. You don't want to take away their illusion, their things, but you want to make sure that because most people don't have ever met in their lives with each other, still we maybe know each other for years, like you and me, Carl. We have never met person to person, but we know each other 15, 16 years, something like it, and we know where everybody comes from. So, but still, we have to make sure that people understand to stay abroad and to stay ahead of the game, you have to be tough. And in life, you can't go on a job, on a doctor, on a mathematics job, or on a working job, and you say, hey, I'm here. Okay, now I'm not doing anything, but just please pay me. And if I'm not getting paid, I will be really, really angry with you because you haven't explained it to me correctly. That is what most people on the internet do. Most internet marketers expect you to do the job for them, and that they can sit back and relax. And of course, if you're honest, if you're a mentor that has success, that is trustful and things, you will find out the way how you best communicate with them to let them know, hey, you're totally on the wrong path. In the offline world, you would be fired within 25 minutes or 30 minutes. And here, what do you expect? That somebody comes and knocks on your door and says, hey, my friend, you are such a great email address. I like you. I want to give you $1,000 extra. That doesn't happen. So in the end, we have, and I think this is the whole intentions of what TTO is all about, to get people the skills and the understanding that commitment, discipline, and things that you learn here will make you prosper. But if you don't work it, I've said to a few people, well, why don't the heck you get out of TTO if you don't want to listen, if you don't want to educate yourself? Why did you sign up in the first place? Because that place is for us to understand and to learn. And if somebody in my downline asks me, of course I will answer them, but if they ask me with lack of respect, with, hey, you have to tell me, then I always tell them the only thing that I have to do, I have to die one day. That's the only thing I have to. But in the end, what I really want to do is I will be able to assist you if you give me the same contribution back of respect and towards this. So I understand where you're coming from, Carl, and knowing you for many years, there are really so much people out there that just expect that you do the job for them, and that doesn't work that way. And we really have to understand this, that this is a place where we educate ourselves to get consistency. You don't have to work 20 hours a day. You can do, when you really take these trainings with 2 hours a day, you can become successful. But take your action plan and do this every single day. And in a few weeks, or maybe in a few months, you will be in a total different scenario on the internet marketing industry. And you're absolutely right, Carl. This is a great place for really making fortunes. And that's how I feel about it. So back to you.
Well, thanks, Dr. Michael. And you know what? You're absolutely right. Again, you know, we offer a lot of training in the back office. You know, the mega stars, you get to actually listen to the minds of these successful individuals. And then we have our training center that is being updated all the time with new information. And then, you know, you got a lot of us leaders that offer. Like, I have my own daily action plan site, and I'm modifying it even more. I'm adding more and more content to that all the time. I'm actually updating it over the next couple of days, even with even more training on what I personally do to make anywhere from $50 to $200 a day or more on what I'm doing, because I make money every day on everything that I do. Okay. And it's just because I follow my own action plan like I give everybody else out there. You know, you can give people things. It's just like that saying, you can lead horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Okay? I can give you all the resources in the world of things that make me money. But if you don't take action and use those resources that I've given you, then you know what? There's nothing that anybody can do for you. Okay? So again, you know, this is a bit of tough love. I mean, we're continuing on from yesterday because I really think, you know, this one particular gentleman that we kind of had this little hot topic with yesterday, you know, I really want to help this guy, okay? I've asked him to reach out to me. He still hasn't done that yet, okay? He's not in my downline. I don't care, okay? I asked him to reach out, and I'll give him some guidance. And I'll do that for anybody in this company. That's why if you want my resource, I'll give you my resource. I don't charge for anything. I give you that. That's the knowledge out of my head that makes me money every day that I give to people, anybody in TTO. Anybody can have that. Okay? It's generic. There's no links to join me or anything on there. All it is just instruction and guidance. You know how to market social media, how to market solo ads, how to market press release, all that kind of stuff. It's all on there. Okay, of what you need to do. And, you know, Dr. Michael, I know you provide that kind of stuff for your team, and I'm not sure if Andrew or Joan or any of that do that. I know Joan and what's your name? Joanne. She, you know, they both use my daily action plan because they happen to be in my downline, part of my organization. Same as Andrew, but I know Andrew does his stuff too. He's got his own kind of marketing structure that he shares with his team. You know, it's all about gathering this information and utilizing it. Like we talked about this before. I may not know everything. You know, Dr. Michael may not know everything. Andrew may not know anything, or Joanne or Joan or whoever your sponsor is. The idea here, you as a business person, to take your information that you learned from everybody and create your own info hub and create your own daily action plan. But you got to follow it. It's just like a job. You go to a job every day, and you have a certain task that you got to do for that job in order to get paid. You go and you do this every day. You know, I know it's hard for people, and the reason it's hard for people in our industry is because we work at home, and we got nobody kicking our butt to go and do stuff. So you could sit there and you could do a couple of things on here and you go, you know what, I'm going to go watch TV. Or, you know, it's a nice day, I'm going to go golfing. Or whatever it is, right? And you don't have any discipline, okay? When you work for yourself, you have to be self-disciplined, okay? When you work for somebody else, you got somebody else there, a boss who's disciplined to keep you in line, making sure you do what you do every day. And if you don't do it, well, then they terminate you, right? Nobody can terminate you but you. Okay? So this is the mindset you need to get into. If you're ever going to start making decent money on the internet, you've got to become self-disciplined. Okay? And maybe you need to start listening to more of the, I don't know, hangouts. Go and watch listen to the megastars of marketing. You know, listen to the webinars that go on. If you're in other businesses, start listening to the stuff that they're giving you. Okay? If these people that are talking to you on any of these hangouts and that are making money and proven income earners, okay, you need to start listening to them. I make money every day, and I prove it on the internet every single day. I make my posts, and I show everybody. You know, whether I've made $9 today or whether I've made $900 today, it doesn't matter. You know, you make $9 a day, that's $300 a month. Say $9, $10 a day, that's $300 a month. You make $90 a day, that's almost $3,000 a month. $900 a day, that's almost $30,000 a month. Okay? Just do the math. What is it that you want to do? I have a set goal for myself that I need to make at least $166 a day to keep me happy. So I don't stop until I get that. You know, sometimes I'll work 8, 10 hours a day. It's my job. Okay, to do that. I'm motivated to make what I need to do. I can't motivate you to make what I make. I can only motivate you to make what you want to make. And sometimes, again, tough love comes into the play, and you're either going to like what I have to say or you're not going to like what I have to say. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. All I can do is share my knowledge, just like Dr. Michael will and any of these other panelists will. So that I don't speak too much, let's go over to Joanne. Over to you.
Hi, Carl. Thanks for that. So I just kind of continue along here. Excuse me, sorry. Well, in my experience, the mindset between being an employee and being a business owner, it is a huge shift. And you know, I was for a while, I was, you know, spinning my wheels, and you're right, Carl. Like, to be motivated and self-disciplined, like, you can have all the reasons why, but until you can turn that switch on in yourself and just be committed to it, and like you have to find that. You have to do it yourself. You can, you know, we can put up resources, we can talk to you till we're blue in the face, but until you make that commitment, that decision, that this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it, I'm going to commit to it for 6 months. And I say 6 months for a business because there is, especially if you went to school, got good grades, got a good job, like that type of mentality. If you came from being an employee, it's a totally different mindset shift. So I say 6 months, so to make sure that you can learn all the skills, give yourself time to learn the skills that you need to learn. And, you know, if you can only put an hour or two in, say, 5 days a week or 6 days a week, it's going to take you at least that long. Or if you could put in a little bit more time, then you can't. But, you know, some people have families that have a full-time job, and, you know, life gets really busy sometimes. So being able to turn on that switch, you need to find something within you and draw it out and, you know, flick the switch and just be committed. And we talked about this before, take little tiny baby steps and learn. It's okay. You find out what step one is, and you keep doing step one until you master it, until it becomes, oh yeah. And then, you know, okay, go on to step two and do that, and just keep adding it until, you know, it becomes like, it becomes second nature. Like, when I get up in the morning, I do my morning posts, you know, I don't even think about it. It's just something I do. It's part of, and when I get up and I say to my husband, okay, now, you know, after I have breakfast, I'm like, okay, now, honey, I'm going to go to work. You know, get on my computer, do what I need to do, and it's just something I do. And those are my thoughts. Back to you, Carl.
Well, there it is. And you know, Joanne, I mean, you and I have met twice now in person, and you know I can be a tough guy, okay? But you know what? I do it for a reason, okay? Because I'm here to create success stories. And I've created a lot of success stories over my career. You know, I'm hard at it, but you know what? I'm able to help people make money. Joan has reached out to me now, and I'm working with Joan as well, and she knows I'm tough. I'm tough on her. You know, I said, you got to get this done. And when she comes back and says, well, I didn't get it done, I says, why didn't you get it done? Right? You know, well, I was busy. Well, I'm busy too. So go get it done. Right? You know, we're all busy in our lives, but we have to, you know, you're always going to hear sacrifice. Okay? In order to have financial freedom and time freedom, there's sacrifice that comes before that. Okay? Now, it all depends on how soon you want that to happen. Okay? We all know that there's a lot of people that are online trying to make money have full-time jobs. We understand that. So we provide resources and training and techniques for them, and this is what I'm working on right now to try and slimline the time frame. Okay? I mean, for these people that have maybe an hour or something a day, we're not trying to say ignore your family. Okay, that's the last thing we want to do. I got divorced because of that. So that's the last thing that I'm going to try and ever say to anybody. You know, family is very important. You just need to figure out some kind of time frame, whether it's an hour a day, whatever it is, that you can put in and actually make a good an ROI, good ROI during that time, which is return on investment, okay, on your time. So if you're going to put an hour in, we have to make sure that you're doing something that's going to be productive in that time, okay? So in an hour time frame, just posting links out there is not going to do it. There's a little bit more intense stuff that you will have to do during that time, and I will be doing training on that, and it'll, again, be open to anybody who wants to do that. You know, in an hour and a half yesterday, I connected with 52 people and made 5 sales. Okay, 5 sales in an hour and a half. Okay, in the things that I do. So I'm going to show you how you do the same thing. Okay, whatever it is you're selling, I'm going to show you how you approach people in social media in a very unique way to create sales. And that part will be up on my action plan site here sometime over the next couple of days. I'll be doing some video tutorials and stuff like that to show you exactly how that's done. And again, you know, I don't have to give this for free. I could charge for this information. That's not the point. The point here is to actually help people, because I was in your shoes at one time where I just needed to make some money and I needed somebody to show me what I needed to do. There's a lot of gurus out there that'll tell you what you need to do, but if they don't show you what you need to do, that's the difference between making money and not making money. Okay? I'm a guy, I'm not saying I'm a guru, but I'm successful online. You know, I'm a guy who will show you step by step what you need to do. And I give that for free. I piss off a lot of people because I do that. Because I could charge for this. I piss off my wife because I don't charge for this. But the point is I'm here to help people make money, okay, and show them how to do it. Everything comes back twofold eventually at some point in time. So, Joan, let's get your take on just how much of a battle axe I am. Go ahead.
Carl, you are, but you know what? You are the best of the best sponsors and trainers that I have ever had the experience of knowing over my 25-year period. Why do I say that? Because I'm learning things about myself that makes me understand why I'm not in the same category as you. These hangouts are amazing, because what they've done is they've opened up my mind to look into myself and to see where I'm at and what I need to do to get where you are. And I know that I've got big, big changes to make, but I want to make them because I want to follow your example. I want to do what you do because I want to be where you are. And I feel that if people, like, I have to tell this because it's so funny. When you were talking to me on Skype this morning, and we were talking about what I needed to do to change the way I'm working and doing things so that I can move forward in this business. My husband was sitting and listening to everything that we were saying. After we got off the phone, off Skype, Johnny came in and he sat down beside me and he says, you know what, Joe? He said, what Carl is telling you is 100% true. You've got to toughen up. You have got to toughen up and quit being the nice guy. Quit trying to smooth things over for people. You've got to tell it like it is, and you've got to say to people, you know what? If you want to move ahead in this business, you do what I show you to do, and you follow through with it, and quit making excuses. Do you want to build? You can build with me, but you're going to build with me on my terms. If they don't want to do it, fine. Tell them to move on. And he's so totally right, because I have spent years trying to convince people and trying to cajole people in a nice way to get them to move forward, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You're beating a dead horse. So, like Carl said, get tough, Joan. Guess what? I used to be tough. I don't know what happened. I think after I let my flower shop go after 12 years of being tough, I just said to myself, I don't want to be tough anymore. And I lost it. But boy, oh boy, you're bringing it back. And I'm going to do it because I know that's the only way that you can be successful online. You have got to be firm in your decision of what you need to do to build a business, and you have to have people that join you that are committed to do the same. That's the only way you're going to be successful. And you can spend, and I have, hours and hours and hours trying to help people on their terms. And believe me, it does not work. And I'm really, really seeing the importance of making an adjustment and doing things that are necessary to do, not only to take myself forward, but to take people that I sponsor forward. That's the only way that it's going to work.
That's exactly right. You know, and look, I'm not saying that you have to be arrogant. I'm not saying you have to be a complete jerk. Okay, you know, I'm not a complete jerk all the time, and I'm not always, you know, I'm not always arrogant. I have my little moments. Okay, and sometimes, you know, like yesterday, I had a little bit of a frustration moment on here. But I'm frustrated in, what frustrates me is I want to help people so badly make money online, and yet I can't seem to get my message through to them, you know? And some people take it offensively. It's just the way I do things. You know, when you look at any successful person that's making money today, online, offline, corporate structure, Fortune 500, all of these people here, they don't go, oh, you know what, let's just go and pick flowers, and then we'll just go and, you know, we'll all work together, and we'll build this team, and everything will be happy and stuff. Look, come on. You know, as much as everyone wants to do that, okay, as much as everybody wants to team build, I've tried team builds. I've tried so hard to do team builds, and what ends up at the end of the day is I'm doing all the work, okay? And that's frustrating because you put together a system where you're asking everybody, look, this is what you have to do. This is what your commitment is to this team build. You need to do this and this, okay? For instance, let's say it's a 2x10 matrix or something, okay? Your responsibility is to refer 2 people to that business. I don't care how you do it. Just don't do it unethically or anything like that. Do it realistically and ethically, and show people what the value is of this. You know how I sell my business? I sell my business like this, okay? Let's take Total Takeover for an example, and this is how I sell my business, okay? I'll go out and I'll put out posts to people, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what the posts are. You can find that out when I'm finished updating the site. But I basically go to people and I introduce myself to them, and I ask them, you know, what are they doing these days? What are they doing to make money these days? Okay, I'm curious. I'm just out there looking in the waters to see what's going on out there. Okay, because I am curious. Because if I find something really good that will benefit my business, I'll take it on. As long as it benefits my business, I'll take it on. Now, you know, the 100,000 of you that are listening to this here, don't all send me your link. Okay, I won't have time to go through all that. But the point I'm trying to make is that I do go and I look at stuff. And if it works with what I'm doing, okay, then I may take it on. Now, I'm going to have, after this, I'm probably going to have 500,000 people sending me their lotions and potions pills and stuff like that. I'm not looking for lotions and potions or something. I'm building a business on education. So stuff I look for is like tools or resources and stuff like that. Something that I can make part of my hub, okay? So I connect with people, and I go out there and I say, look, you know, what are you doing? And some of them may say, well, I'm doing this. I go, well, how long have you been doing that for? I've been doing so how is it going? Like, are you at a full-time income right now? The reason I'm asking is I need to know what kind of time frame it's taking you to build whatever income you're building. And, you know, I talk to a lot of people that have been in businesses spending over $100 a month, okay, and making nothing in their business. Now, they tell me, well, I love the products, that's why I'm here. Well, then be a customer. Okay, if you're not making any money, be a customer, just buy the products. Okay, go find somebody who can help you build that business. Find out from somebody, learn how to market. Because if you've been in it for 6 or 8 months and you're not making anything, then somebody dropped the ball on you. Your sponsor maybe dropped the ball. The company maybe dropped the ball. I don't know. Somebody did. I had a conversation with one of my downline the other day, you know, and he happens to be in another business. And, you know, he says he's been there for a few months and, you know, he's being mentored by this guy over there. And I says, well, so, you know, how's it going? What kind of income you're making? I'm not making anything. Okay, so you're not making anything. So what is he showing you to do? Well, I'm following everything he's telling me to do, and I'm not making any money. Is he making any money? He goes, yeah, he's probably making a little bit of money. Here's the point that I'm trying to make. Again, I don't know everything, okay? And what I don't know, I outsource, okay? That's what I've learned to do. This is what we teach you to do. When you can't figure out, we show you how to outsource it and get it done. Is it going to cost you money? Probably. Are you willing to spend it? I have no clue, okay? I do, because it takes money to run a business, okay? Whatever business you're in, it takes money to run a business, but you don't have to spend a lot of money either. So, anyways, the whole thing boiled back to is I have to tell them that, you know what, you need to start looking for another mentor, okay? And that's that simple. Andrew, are you online, buddy? Welcome back.
I'm here.
Okay, give your take on this. I guess you probably read or listened to the Hangout yesterday, so you kind of know what we're kind of going into today about this. And I'm hearing you're coming back on Monday, so we're looking forward to having you back online.
I am coming back Monday, and I'll be shaved, and I'll have a shower then too. You see, I'm wearing mechanic gloves today, and I've been working on this beast. It's my big beast Dodge Ram 3500, which is really, really dirty. I can't even see me right on it. But anyway, I'm in my new shop. I have a new place, and really enjoy having this garage. So I'm in here tinkering around. Yeah, I've been watching. I haven't been gone. Of course, I have my phone with me. So I've been tuned in and listening to different things, and the old thing come up again, where back in the day when I first started network marketing, I would be showing the plan in a living room on a whiteboard, and invariably, while I'm showing the plan, somebody would come up and say something that they see me talking about that they don't agree with, whether it's the exorbitant amount of money that I'm drawing on the board that's very attainable, and they don't agree with somebody making that kind of money, or with what I say about how we build the business, whatever. Somebody sometimes chimes up out of the audience, and the old adage is there's always one in the crowd. Well, not necessarily always, but every now and then there's that one in the crowd that will speak up and point out what they do not like about what they have been exposed to in one way, form, or fashion. And back in the day, my reply to that, I didn't react to that, I responded to that. My response to that person during that presentation, where I'm wearing my suit and tie and it's a business opportunity presentation, and I'm drawing this plan on the board and presenting a viable business opportunity to a crowd of people, and that person chimes up and says something that's in opposition to what I'm presenting, then my instant response is I'm sure that there's nobody in the room would mind if you leave. So, be my guest. It's okay. We'll take this moment for you to get up now and leave, and I'm sure that nobody would be offended if you left. And that's how I would respond. Well, we have a little bit different situation here, and what happened is somebody was a little bit disgruntled about how the hangout was handled, and I understand that, and that person may be listening now, and so my response to that is this. This is Google Hangout. This is an unlimited universe of technological forum where each individual on the planet that has internet connection has the ability to launch one of these Hangouts. Not a single person on this panel right here is part of the company. We are all marketers in this company. So I invite you and anybody else who has opposition to how we're presenting our professional business to go and launch your own and show me how it's done, because I'm willing to learn. Okay? And I don't mean that disrespectful. I mean that seriously. I seriously want this person and other people to start their own Google Hangouts and show us how it's done, because we need to learn. We're not perfect. And we're going to continue. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing until somebody shows me a better way to do it. Okay, just saying. So I invite you to go and start your own Google Hangout and start building a team on Google and providing value on Google Hangout, just like we're doing on these Hangouts, and create another room for other people to come in, just like this room, so that we can have a diversity of people. Dr. Michael does that. Dr. Michael has his own Hangouts. Why not you? How about you? If not now, when? If what we're teaching doesn't relate to you, then why not, and how about you start your own Google Hangout? Because what you have to offer may be something that we need to go and attend. And it may not be broadcasted here. We may not be able to assimilate what you're having opposition with in our Hangout in order to be able to transition to the type of mindset and energy in this Hangout in order to attend to you and the people that you would have come and listen. However, if you start your own Hangout, you can deliver what you're seeing and what you're talking about, and we'll be able to come in 10 and watch you be successful with it. And then we'll be able to draw on that. So that's an invitation for anybody who does not like how we present ourselves, because we're not perfect, but we are professional. and we have integrity, and we do show up, and we show up persistently and consistently. And when my phone rings, even if it's somebody from Barbados and I spend $75 calling them, I go, oh wow, I'm calling Barbados. Okay, never mind, I'll continue calling. So I have a phone call for $75 to somebody in Barbados, and because they wanted to connect with me about Total Takeover. Okay. I'll watch that in the future. I'll make sure that the area code that I'm calling is the United States, and if if it's out of the if it's international anymore, I'll make sure that the area code, I don't call that, and I'll Skype them instead. Little tidbit there, just for your future reference. What to do is the big conundrum in network marketing. Everybody always wants to know what to do. And I'll tell you, the biggest thing, and this was brought out earlier, the biggest stigma in this industry is who to talk to and where to find those people. There's lots of different ways to do that. And if you're scattered with a lot of different ways and you don't practice one and become proficient at one way to do it, then you'll never get anywhere. You must become proficient with one fishing pond. You can't go and put 4 or 5 lines in one pond and then 3 miles away have 4 or 5 lines in another pond, and they keep coming back and forth in between the ponds. You're going to have to pick a pond and become proficient in it. Once you become proficient in that pond with that fishing technique, then you can take a little sabbatical and go traipsing down the road and find a new pond and try a new technique for a while. And whenever you find it, become proficient with that one. And then you'll be able to switch in back and forth at will. But brand new to the internet, brand new to network marketing, you must hone in on 1 or 2 principles and master those principles. There's several principles. Eric Worre talks about different principles, different things that a person needs to master in order to be successful in network marketing. There's 7 of them, and I won't go over them. You can find them out for yourself. But if you try to master all 7 of them up front, you're not going to get anywhere, because they're principles, and we have to listen to people, rub elbows with successful people, and these principles rub off on us. And then whenever they rub off on us, we can pick one and master one principle or 2, and then by mastering those 2 principles and then studying the other few, then we can become effective and profitable. So we need to grow all of those principles in ourselves and the professional techniques. And try to master them all, but you can't do them all at once. You can only pick a couple and work on them. Let me tell you something where I am. I have decided that, I'm an offline marketer, okay? I didn't start marketing online until 2000. Of course, that's whenever the internet just started getting kicked off. Dr. Michael here has been on the internet since it was established, whenever it was collegiate email back and forth via dial-up. So that's what the internet was at that time. And whenever I got on the internet, it was like, hallelujah, wow, somebody created an electronic system specifically for network marketing. It's like, the product tracking, the everything, the organization tracking, the money tracking, the paying system, it's all available on the internet. Well, we used to have to do that on paper. We used to have to take the orders. And if you had no money, you had to take the money in advance in order to pay for your products. So you had to require people to purchase the products without having them instantly, and then go and order them, and then go to the regional distribution center and pick up the products, put them in the trunk, and then go and disseminate all of those products and all that information to all of your people. And they say it was a home-based business, but they lied, okay? They lied to me. It wasn't a home-based business. It was a car-based business. It was a rubber tire business. I was constantly having to put rubber tires in my car, okay? I was constantly having to rent hotel rooms, because the convention was always in another town. I had to drive to another town and go to the convention, drive to another town and show the plan, drive to another town, and I was driving to other towns every day, 7 days a week, okay? It was not a home-based business, believe me. Well, the internet has helped us in this industry to have an actual home-based business. I'm grateful for that. But I'm an old-school guy. I like face-to-face marketing, and that's what I really do. If you want to know the truth, that's what I really do. I love meeting groups of people and building a old-fashioned network marketing business with people that have no idea what the internet is and they don't want to know. Okay. So anyway, having a fishing pond is the big deal. Carl is really good about showing how to take advantage of a daily method of operation that uses one fishing pond, and there's several little piers that he has set up, fishing piers in that one pond. And these LinkedIn, Facebook, a Herculist, and a few others, some solo ad play. He has a whole bunch of solo ad places. Herculist is great. But if you'll follow Carl's daily method of operation, if you like sitting at home working on the internet, then get proficient at a couple of those piers. And then once you become proficient at one or two of those, then you can add another one. A lot of people try to do everything at once, and you just can't do that. It doesn't work. You get all kinds of information overload. I know, I have it. Personally, okay, let me digress. What I'm about to do personally is I'm about to start a whole brand new team. And my whole brand new team is going to be from my cash resources. I do not want to set a daily action plan of setting and doing the work that Carl is willing to do and teaching people that do not have the money to get going in advertising. He can show you how to come up with a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there to start advertising. And you pretty much have to advertise those things to make that money. But it's doable, and you can create small amounts of money and increase your advertising revenue, your budget, in order to advertise. Well, I have the opportunity to go out and use this truck. And this truck right here, plus the equipment that I have and my 33 years of experience, I can go out and manifest a whole lot more money faster and get some exercise doing it. I'm an arborist. I climb trees. I remove hazardous trees from over multi-million-dollar homes, okay? And they pay me well for it. I can go out and make $1,500 in a day. I made $75,000 one time in 3 days. That was whenever Hurricane Ike hit. That's not all the time. That was an insurance deal. But anyway, I'm going to go and manifest some advertising money, copious amounts of dollars for advertising. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, and that's not duplicatable. That's one reason Val does not like the word duplicatable, because if I have to stick to something that's duplicatable, I'm selling myself short, because I can do something that's not duplicatable, and I can spend $5,000 this month in advertising and make a bunch of sales. Okay, now out of that, I can take and introduce those sales to Carl. And Carl can teach all of the people who do not have the money to advertise like I've done in order how to go to work and raise themselves up. I've already done it, okay? I've already put in my time. I've already picked myself up by the bootstraps. I've already climbed the trees with the fear of height for 3 years straight in order to overcome the fear. I've already got the lacerations, the bruises, the pulled muscles, and the rewards. I got the rewards from it, being able to go and pay cash for a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, that's pretty cool. Being able to go and pay cash for a big Dodge Ram 3500 pickup truck, that's pretty cool. And so I don't have to do this. I like this. I'm in love with the network marketing industry, and I'm here by choice because I like it, and I like helping you. I haven't forgot why we're here yet, okay? Carl? Back to what we was talking about, I am here to help people. So I've initiated and created TTO Radio, a studio. I have a studio on a phone patch, and I spend my time, energy, and resources and money and sit there and do that to help everybody in this organization, in this company, in order to have something that's cool, and that's a call-in talk show of all things, all right? And I plan on expanding that show at some point in time to where it's a whole lot of the day. And then Carl's segment will be one segment. I'll have my own, and then maybe Mr. Smart can have his own. And we can have different segments. But we're here to help you, and I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. All right? I don't care who you are. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because it was whenever people were sugarcoating for me that I was still a pansy and still wasn't able to do anything. And it was whenever somebody took off the sugar coating and got real gut honest with me and told me how the cow eats the cabbage is whenever I went, whoa, really? Well, maybe I need to change. And I did. I began changing. I'm still changing. And I don't, sugar coating does not get people anywhere. That's what keeps people, in the nice fuzzies. And the nice warm fuzzies is not where we're looking for. You think it might be, but it's not. What you want to know is truth. And what you want to know is truth sometimes that hurts. And please, thank you, Val, for telling me things that hurt. Nearly every time I listen to Val, something gets next to me. He says something that gets next to under my skin. And it's been that way for 13 years since I first met Val, which, by the way, I didn't really make money in network marketing until I met Val. Okay? Thing that Val says gets under my skin. So at that time, 13 years ago, I recognized and I started telling people that Val is my assistant. Okay? He shows up persistently and consistently for me and shows the plan, and he does a professional repulsion method. He repulses everybody away from me that I don't want in business with me. And he attracts everybody, the kind of people that I want in business with me. So that's what we're doing. We're both doing repulsion methods and attraction methods. People we do not want in business with us will be repulsed by us. Hallelujah. And people that want to be in business with us and want to succeed and learn what to do and what works will stick around even if it hurts. Carl and I, Tracy and I, Tracy was kind of dancing on eggshells to confront me about something, and I said, Tracy, you don't have to dance on eggshells with me. This is corporate, you don't have to sugarcoat anything with me. You're not going to offend me. And whatever needs to be done and said needs to be done and said, and I take that. It's business. It's not warm fuzzies. And so, she was able to do what she had to do, and I was able to accept what she had to say. And then same with me and Carl. Me and Carl had a moment, and if you're not having those moments with your people, you're not truly communicating. And they're not seeing who you really are, and you're being plastic. I'm not being plastic, I'm liable to say something on here that offends the whole company. But if I'm wrong, I will own my side of the street, and I will clean up my side of the street, and I'll keep going, and I won't let that be an excuse for me to not hang around and go find something else. So I can do it all over again there, and then again, and then again, and then again with another company and another company and another company and another company. I had one guy who was in my organization. He jumps from company to company to company to company. He messaged me and said, I'm quitting TTO. I can't make any money at it. He's not making any money in anything else because he's already been in 3 cents. Okay? 3 things. In the past month, he's already been in 3 more things saying he can't make money in TTO. Well, he can't make money in those other 3 things either. Okay? If you're not willing to get your toes stepped on, you're not willing to be in the battle. If you're not willing to take the lacerations and get the bumps and bruises like we've done, all these panelists here, then you're not really in the game. I've got some skin in the game, and a lot of my skin is money, but also a lot of my skin is time. I'm not wildly successful, as far as what most people think success is. I can't go out and write a $500,000 check to charity or a $25,000 check for my next mentor. I can't do that. But I'll tell you what I can do. I can show up tomorrow with my internet on if I want to, and I can not show up tomorrow and I still have money in my pocket. I can show up tomorrow and provide value for you, or I can not show up tomorrow and it's no skin off my nose. I'm still going to have my nice big brick home, and I'm still going to have food on my table, and I'm still going to have everything that I need to have to be comfortable. So I'm here to help. And anybody that's here to help, I suggest you plug into them regardless of what they do not have. Tap into what they do have, leave the rest behind. That's all I got, Carl. Thanks for giving me opportunity to have a soapbox today.
Holy crap, man. That was awesome. You brought a few things out, Andrew. You brought out Eric Worre. Again, these are people that we learn from in the industry. You know, you brought out the comparison about, you know, what I do and what you do. This is what it's all about. You know, Dr. Michael does his thing. He does his hangout stuff. He does his, he has his organization of method of organization and stuff that he does. And I have mine and you have yours. And this is what I keep trying to tell people. You don't pick what one person does. You take a little bit from each one of them and create your own. Okay? So you've just learned what Andrew does. I've told you what I do. Dr. Michael has told you what he's done. And Joan and Joanne have tossed in, you know, what their feelings are about the whole thing. They don't necessarily have their own system, but they talk about using bits and pieces from everything. And again, you know, Val Smith was my very first mentor back in 2000, right? And I didn't start making money until I got involved with him. Okay? And you know what? I've developed a bit of his attitude too, and I'm happy, and I'm very you know, forthright about that, because I needed to do. This is why he's as wealthy as he is, because you have to have that attitude. You don't have to be a jerk. I was going to say something else. You don't have to be a jerk about something, but you know, you can't always be soft about it. You know, people who are soft in business are the ones that aren't making any money. The ones that take charge of their life, know what they want, know how to get it, are a lot harder than those other ones. So let's go back to the rest of the panel. Thanks again, Andrew, for that. I mean, you brought a lot to the table today. Thanks, bud. Looking forward to having you back on Monday. Dr. Michael, let's get some last thoughts from you on everything here.
Well, it's very hard to put much onto this because I'm still amazed about everything that Andrew has brought up, because he's so spot on. You know, it's really showing the people that many of us don't need to be here because we just want to be here, because it's the most important thing to me. Working on the internet is the same as being outside of the internet. It's if I can help people to be more happier, to have more peace and have more joy in their life, I'm well paid. So that makes me soft sometimes, yes, but I also understand you have to be tough and you have to get the right word to the people, and if they take it the right word, which I believe they are, it's fine. If they don't take it, so what? It's their choice, and I respect that. So for my part, all I know is that I'm here in TTO also to learn, to improve, and to get better, and to make things happen, not just for me, but for those that I care for, and for those that really want to care about the teams. And I'm talking about the overall total takeover teams, not just mine or yours, the entire thing, because this project is it's a marvelous opportunity, has never been done in the way it has been set up this time. There have been many intentions of people doing similar things, because I know I'm aware about it, but the way it has been set up with Val and with Dave and with Wallace, I mean, this is just absolutely superb, and I'm sure that I will learn from it. And if I can learn with all the things I've already learned, I'm pretty sure that many people can benefit from it. But they have to take their initiatives by the right thoughts, and have to be able to take critics and to improve when they got told, hey, I believe you've done this wrong, or you haven't done your task. So let's put the things together and get harmony into these things. And harmony means that 49% is negative, has to be negative, and 51% is positive of everything what we do. So expect negativity in your business, and you become a successful business partner with me, because nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect, and I expect critics. If I screw it up, please tell me. Okay? So back over to you.
Great, thanks, Dr. Michael. You know, and that's what it is. I mean, a lot of people make assumptions too about who we are. You got to remember, and I'll tell you this. And Joanne has met me in person, and Judy, another person, has met me in person. I'm not exactly the same guy that I am on here. This is business, okay? I talk business. When I met with them, we were in a casual business atmosphere. We had lots of laughs. We do have lots of laughs. You know, whatever. I am what I am. What it is, just like everybody else is who they are, okay? But I am a lot harder when it comes down to business, and I need to do that. So some last, I guess, thoughts from Joanne and Joan. Let's go with you, Joanne, and then we'll head over to Joan, and probably close out the show for the day, because I think everybody's probably tired of at least me anyways.
Yeah, I'll say what I need to say, and then I'll get off the call because I can hear my kids acting up in the background. It's almost time for lunch. So yeah, I guess my last thought, talking about, Carly talked about a Shark Tank and being assertive and aggressive might be the wrong word, but I would say, one thing that I've learned in life and in business, you want to take charge of your life and take back your personal power, to have posture. And having posture means you know who you are, you know what you want, and you're gonna go out and get it. And there's no oh, maybe I'll try. No, you're gonna go out and get it. And to develop that posture with people, and and that is a skill set, something you need to learn. And I'm a totally different person than what I was like a year ago, like even 10 years, like throughout my journey in life, it's something I've learned. And, I've gone through trials and tribulations. I'm sure, of course, we all have, and I'm a stronger person because of it. And, we're all here and we're all fighting, and making our life happen and manifesting our desires. So back to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Glenn. And you know what? You said something that's right, and I'm just gonna kind of put this on here because I guess I'm the devil today, or have been for the last couple of days. So this probably suits me right now. But let's go over to Joan. Joan, let's get some last thoughts as well. So we are here to help everyone that wants to be helped. Let's just go to you. I mean, I could beat that to death. Over to you, Joan.
Well, I am so glad that I'm part of this panel. And I have to say that, Andrew, you just knocked it out of the park today. Also, Dr. Michael, all of you, every one of you have put in gems of wisdom that if people are serious about building a business, they need to really connect with the things that were said today. Because everything that was said today was to help you, was to make you more the person you need to be to network online. All of us have got to continually be upgrading our thinking. And I have to say that, as I said a little while ago, that being on this panel has really, really helped me to come to the realization of what I need to do. It's like a self-improvement exercise. And if you really want to better yourself, don't take offense at what is said today. Because if you're taking offense at what is being said, there's probably some truth in what is being said, and maybe you don't want to hear it. And you'll keep on doing the same things that you've always done and never take the task on of bettering yourself. Don't do that. You really need to hang out your laundry. You really need to look at yourself and say, you know what? Maybe some of the things that were said today, I could internalize them, and it will make me a better network marketer. This is what this program is all about. It's not about us. It's about helping you to better yourself. And being on this panel, I have to honestly say that many of the things that have passed in and out of my mind have made me realize that, yes, all of us can improve. All of us can benefit. All of us can take away something that is being said on this panel. Everybody, including yours truly, we all have to change our way of thinking in many things in order to improve. Are we willing to do that? Are we really willing to examine ourselves and say, you know what? Maybe if I just tweak this a little bit, maybe if I just do this a little bit differently, maybe if I listen to what Carl has to say, to what Andrew has to say, to Dr. Michael has to say, maybe what they're saying I should also be thinking about and making changes in the way I do things. That is what network marketing is all about. It's self-improvement. How can you help others if you won't improve yourself? You're just going to be bringing in others that are exactly like you, and you're never going to get anywhere. So you really need to take a real good look at yourself. And if you're not making money online, why are you not making money? If other people are being successful in network marketing, why are you not being successful? Obviously, you need to stop the truck. You need to take a good look at yourself. You need to go on your analyzer couch, and you need to really analyze your thinking and do something to move forward, to improve yourself so that you can start becoming a network marketing success. That is what every one of us needs to do. Quit the idea of, oh, I'm offended, or this hurt my feelings. If it did, good. That means you need to change.
Great, thanks, Joan. And you know what? I mean, you know, folks, sometimes we seem like we're hard here, but our intentions are good. I mean, you know, each and every one of us on this panel are looking at your success. You know, we've reached out to everybody who comes in and listens to us here. We ask you to connect with us. We ask you to come on the panel. You know, I mean, sometimes, yeah, we can be a little rough on here, but you know what? Come on the panel. You know, give us your opinion on things. Your opinion counts. You know, what we say may not be necessarily right all around the table. So come on and join us on the panel. I promise I'll be nice. Okay? And if not, I got other panelists here that can spank me if I'm not. Okay? And it's been done before on here. I've had my tongue lashing on these things here from other panelists. And I can take my bumps and bruises. So join us here. We'll help you get exposed out there. We'll help you get, you know, your name branded out there. Okay? We'll help you build your business. So, Andrew, why don't we go over to you? We'll close out the show. Thanks again for coming on from where you are, and looking forward to seeing you back Monday.
You bet. Thank you for joining us. This is the Total Takeover Hangout, and we're here Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can go and get all the information that you need for future shows in order to call in at ttoradio.info. That's ttoradio.info. Get back to the person that invited you to watch this hangout and get your own Total Takeover business and education in place and going. It's a product, folks. I purchase my product monthly, regardless. And I study the videos and I study the content in the back office. And I expect it to change and get even better as time goes on. I like what's there now, and we all do. And we also know that it will evolve and get better. So become your own best customer. And then use that information in order to grow whichever network marketing business that you so desire. ttoradio.info, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get back to the person that invited you to watch this video. And always remember, it takes leaders with vision to lead people with dreams. Bye for now, and we'll see you Monday.